More than 60 years ago, a Wabash Valley High School basketball team defied the odds and made a postseason push that was one for the ages. And while you may never have heard of them, the 1954 Montezuma Aztecs made a mark on Park County basketball and the state tournament. News 10's Curtis Akers has their story.
In Indiana, basketball isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. Life that starts on the park courts in Montezuma, Indiana, and follows young ball players as they step onto the high school hardwood. In 1954, Ronnie Ballman was one of those kids, the senior captain of the Montezuma Aztecs, a team so small no one gave them a chance.
Naturally, we only had 78 in high school, and in the senior class there was 14, 7 boys and 7 girls. To come from a small town with that many students in high school, to go to the Butler Fieldhouse and be a semifinal in the state, well, it was a big thing.
Montezuma surprised everyone, defeating opponent after opponent through the Indiana State Tournament. Suddenly, the Aztecs found themselves in a historic role, the first Park County team to go past regionals. In the next round, they became a piece of basketball history when they faced the Milan Indians.
The Indianapolis papers really hyped it up to being 2 small schools fighting it out.
The iconic team from Indiana sports history.
Most of the time, it was not a small school versus a small school, but if it just happened to be that way, then it really got a lot of excitement.
They were a team that just hold the ball. That's the reason most of their scores was real low. But they had good players. Just playing over at Butler Fieldhouse was a big experience.
In the semi-state matchup, the Aztecs went back and forth for 4 quarters with the Milan Indians, but fell short by 10 points, sending Milan on to the state finals and leaving the Aztecs to watch history unfold.
I still remember seeing Bobby Plump standing out there holding the basketball and letting time go off, and of course we was just on the edge of our seat because we all wanted Milan to win, and the talk of the state, and I think that's what's unique about it.
Making Milan the smallest school to ever win state. If the name Milan sounds familiar, that's because their story was the inspiration for the movie Hoosiers. 60 years later, the scenes of Ronnie Ballman's life leave him with a sense of pride of the season that took a small group from Park County, from the backyard courts to the state's big stage.
Well, there was a lot of highlights in that year. We won a lot of games, and everybody got along real well. The whole year was a really exciting time for the ball players and for the fans too.
In Montezuma, Curtis Akers, News 10.
To see the entire interview with Ronnie Ballman and Pat Rady, click on this story on our website, WTHI-TV.com.